Games. For a long time now, games have been one of the main sources of entertainment, whether you are playing them or watching some gameplay. Since the beginning, many games have achieved thunderous success, the likes of GTA for example, but talking about famous games is already the usual drill, so that's why I'm starting this series on my channel, which I'll call Corrupted Data, where I bring you rare games that are, at the very least, difficult to play nowadays. And at the end of the video, I'll give a grade, rank and the difficulty of playing them, okay? Today I'll be commenting on a mobile game that might not have been very well known. I'm talking about Wind Up Night 1 and 2. Produced by the company Robot Invader. Nowadays, the game can no longer be found in conventional app stores and on the Nintendo eShop. Wait, Nintendo? But moving on, the game is quite simple, yet incredibly fun. I don't remember when or how it was the first time I played it, but I remember I played it a lot. So much so that I recently tried to download it again. But it seems that modern phones can run the build of the operating system this game was made for. The game's history isn't complex, but the atmosphere it managed to deliver was very well done. The plot and gameplay fit together perfectly. Let's explain the story before talking about the gameplay. You control the wind-up soldier and received a letter to rescue the princess who was kidnapped by the Black Knight. Simple. The gameplay is a side-scroller where you had to dodge obstacles and get winded up, so the warrior could keep moving without stopping. After all, that's what happens with wind-up toys when you wind them up. They will move until they stop or until you wind them up again. At the beginning of the game, we only learn how to jump, since he runs by himself. As you pass the levels, more moves were unlocked, like rolling, double jumping, sword slashing, and defending with a shield, which will help us pass the next stages. But don't be fooled, even though it seems simple, the game's difficulty is considerable, requiring reflexes and quick responses for all the things appearing on the screen. The game's history took place in books, sort of telling the journey of our warrior towards rescuing the princess. Each book contained 12 levels, counting a bonus stage that was unlocked as we collected cards hidden in each level. I thought that to pass to the second book I had to pay for the game, which was cheap, but I didn't have money at the time. Even so, I liked the game so much that I got every coin and secret card from the first book, unlocked it, and did the same with the bonus stage. I've unlocked new armor, new shields, and new swords. With everything from the first book completed and wanting to play more, I went to see if there were ways to move to the second book, when I soon discovered that I had managed to get enough in-game coins to buy an unlocked book 2. So you don't need to buy the game, was my thought at the time. And then I did the same for the next 3 books, where eventually I reached the end. Man, honestly, the fun the game delivered was worth every cent. It's a shame I didn't have the means to do my part in supporting the game financially back then. The songs are very good and very well matched with the game's aesthetic. They were composed by Josh Welchel. The graphics are half cute, half hellish, very well centered between the simple adventure of a warrior and the dangerous world with monsters that want to kill you. But anyway, in the final scene, there was a plot twist that urged you to continue in Wind Up Night 2. More levels, new mechanics, new swords, new shields, new armors, side quests? Man, crazy, right? I dissected the game the same way I did with the first one. I just couldn't get the content that required in-game payment, but other than that I did 100% for free in each game, and the journey of the Wind Up Warrior was very much worth it. Recently, overtaken by nostalgia, I went to install the game again, but as I said, I didn't find it on the App Store or Play Store. With an Android phone, I tried to find the APK and managed to download it, but the app cannot be installed because it only works on old versions of Android, since it was designed for 32-bit architecture, which must have gone up Android version 8 if I'm not mistaken. And finding these phones they use today, despite being difficult, is somewhat unfeasible, since these phones won't perform very well nowadays. And as for iPhones, there is no way to install apps from outside the App Store, which gives a good deal of difficulty for you to play this game if you're interested. By researching on the web, I was able to find a Wind Up Night 2 version made for the new Nintendo 3DS.
But you cannot buy it because Nintendo has closed the 3DS eShop.
God damn it! Why does Nintendo make it so hard for me to play games? The only three ways to play are either with a 32-bit based phone with an APK downloaded via piracy or through Android emulation, but I believe that wouldn't be simple because you'd need a very specific emulator. And the last way to play it nowadays is emulating the run of the new 3DS version. There is no way of playing it officially, but the second game will be easier since a 3DS emulator runs well on mid-range hardware. But since I'm on a Moto E7, it'll be impossible for me to play either of them.
So this game deserves an A grade for the difficulty and obstacle you will have to go through if you want to play it.
I've asked to use the gameplays from some channels. I've credited them in the description, so subscribe to their channels, okay? But what about you? What grade would you give? Did you know this game? If you want to recommend any unknown game for us to rank, feel free, because I must remind you again that the Desu saves.